AFL26 fans, a huge news day with more bits and pieces dropping from a whole array of people from the Big Ant forum to Ross on Twitter himself. It's coming from everywhere, left, right and centre. So let's go through a few of the more important ones from today so far. The first one is a snippet of an article that appeared in one of the JB Hi-Fi sort of blogs that was posted on the Big Ant forum, and it was an interview with Ross in regards to AFL26. So I'll pop that up on the screen now so you can see what it is. jbhifi.com/stack. In terms of some of the more important questions from here that are worth talking about, one of them was, where's the pro team mode at for AFL26? Is there anything cool and new to report? And Ross had mentioned that AFL26 pro team hits the ground running from day one and will be expanding it all season long, adding fresh features, building on what worked last time, and loading it up with a heap of legendary players. So legends still coming in thick and fast, which is good. Fresh features and hopefully a few new game modes will be good as well. And like I said before, I really hope they stick to the ladder dynamic for the online battle piece. I thought that was a really cool touch. So hopefully that's still the same as last year. Another important one was ultimately which new feature or features in AFL26 are you most pumped about fans getting into? And Ross's answer was, out of everything, that the single player career mode is the one feature that he can't wait for people to dive into. He reckons it's going to be a fan favorite, something you can lose yourself in for hundreds or maybe even thousands of hours. And that's music to everyone's ears because the player career mode, like we said, it's got to be deep, it's got to be meaningful. And the fact that they think it's the mode that people will be most excited about is really good. They also asked, have you changed up either player or coach career mode? If so, how? And Ross answered that they've added a brand new single player career mode, as per previously mentioned, letting you live out the journey from draft day to footy stardom. On top of that, we've expanded the management career mode to give you way more control over the ins and outs of running a club. So we'll start off with the play career mode first. Living out your journey from draft day to footy stardom. Gee, that was a hard one to say, wasn't it? That's good to hear. Draft day in particular is the wording I was hoping to hear, because to me that signifies that you will have to get drafted, and then the hope is that there's a different range of things you can do to hopefully dictate where your draft position is. That's the part I'm most looking forward to seeing, is there different paths you can take? Is there different things you can do that will dictate where you go in the draft order? But the fact that it's basically now confirmed that the play career mode entails going through a draft scenario is a great starting point. So I'm really keen to see how that one develops and grows. And then from the career mode perspective, which we know was really bare bones last year. So, I mean, it's not difficult for it to be beefed up and to be a bit more in depth, because there was plenty they could have added to it. But the wording, controlling the ins and outs of running a club, interesting as well. When I see that line, I think back to some other variations of that, of what you see in EAFC and NBA 2K with things like stadium builders and stadium additions, ticket prices, wages, salaries. Like, that's more of the management and how to build a club. So I'm interested to see if that's part of running a club for AFL26. That'd be kind of cool if you can control all of those things as well. That would be a nice element, as well as obviously the injury element, the training and developing and growth of players. I think are all very, very important to have in there. So that was the first part of, actually the other part as well. The other question that was interesting in here too, which kind of loops into my next part that I want to talk about. The question was, to what extent is there the ability to pick up and play for those who may not be into AFL, or who may be into video games but not AFL? And Ross answered that AFL26 has an interactive tutorial system that walks you through all of the key parts of the game. It's a great way to learn the ropes or sharpen your skills before hitting the field for real. Now, this is definitely going to be music to a lot of people's ears, because one of the most asked about things was most definitely a tutorial system. It was lacking quite a lot from AFL23. And even on some of my old TikToks now, I've got people asking how to do certain things, even though I posted like the screenshot of all the button combinations. To further add to that, J&T Big Ant on the Big Ant forums also mentioned that management mode has been greatly enhanced, and the tutorials, his suggestion would be for everyone to play around with the set shot tutorial before jumping into a serious game, as that system is not the same as it was in AFL23. Now, he didn't elaborate any further on what the system is. I'm crossing everything that it's a joystick related one, like the golf swing I was talking about. That would be epic. It would also add a lot more variation. I think it would cause a lot more behinds and a lot more closer score lines, which would be a good thing. So I'm keeping everything crossed for that. And good to hear that he's also acknowledged that the management mode has been greatly enhanced as well. Further to that point as well, he did mention that there's not just a set shot routine one, there's a whole menu with a bunch of different tutorials to do, and that after some test feedback, he knows there was another one being worked on outside of what they've already got, to help with something that they didn't necessarily think needed to be worked on, but then the team thought that having tutorial would be helpful to play around with. So I'm not sure what skill set that is, but good to hear that there's a menu already assigned to the tutorials. So you would have to assume there's a goal kicking one. I would assume there'd be like a snap and a torpedo somehow involved in that as well. Maybe a marking tutorial, a spoiling tutorial, maybe a bump tutorial now that we've seen some bumping animations as well in the game. Plenty of different options in there, but good to see there's already tutorials in there right from the start that we can use before getting stuck into the game. The third and final thing I wanted to mention as well, and this was from Ross, who posted this on his Twitter. He posted that we will be giving those who have played AFL23 a bonus in AFL26 and a special bonus for those who have also purchased any AFL23 Pro Team credit. Details to come on Monday. So that's just a really nice way to give back to the existing community, those who already put time and effort into the AFL23 game. Not sure what the rewards are. Given that it's Pro Team related, my guess would be either like Pro Team credits or packs or something, or a combination of the two potentially. But either way, it's nice that, yeah, to get a bit of reward for that effort that people put in. So that's a really nice thing to have done as well. So there's the updates for today. Information coming in from all different angles, which is really good to see. I feel like with the way this is unfolding, it feels like we're going to be drip-fed stuff every day, which is completely fine. I'm okay with that. And it's just good to see a bit more hype and a bit more energy around this from people keen to play the game. So looking forward to more information. Let us know what you think about all of that in the comments below. I still think play career mode is what I'm going to be most keen to get my hands on and have a look at, because I'm a bit of a sucker for those type of modes. So hopefully that delivers in spades. But yeah, that's the information for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you for the next AFL 26 video shortly.